Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a former pro opera singer turned voice actor. Today we're going to be listening to Persona 3 Aria of the Soul, which apparently is in multiple Persona games. I didn't know that. I've played through about 115 hours of Persona 5. I enjoyed my time with it, but it just got a little bit too long for my taste, and I wasn't able to finish it. Don't be mad, I'm sorry. So I feel like I probably know Aria of the Soul, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So let's take a listen. Very interesting. This is a vocalise, much like the Rachmaninoff vocalise I've mentioned in other videos. We're talking about the power of not using lyrics, but using the combination of instruments and the voice. And these are the moments where the voice truly becomes an instrument, where it is a part of an ensemble rather than a separate entity telling a story or being a soloist. This is truly one of those moments when the vocalist is a part of the ensemble, which again is kind of rare actually in vocal music generally. A few things of note that I find kind of interesting is this piece has this weird combination of, it sounds a bit jazzy with a combination of like classical approach to composition. It definitely feels like this like natural evolution from, say, the Rachmaninoff vocalise, which is and then also her singing style is also interesting. And I'm wondering if that top note is straight tone. There's no falsetto there. Now, I assume that's an intentional choice, and it's very interesting to, first of all, it's so hard to close your vocal cords up at the very top with like nothing, and you basically just come in and go, oh. You almost have to glottal stop, and a glottal stop is when you slam your chords together and they go, that's a glottal stop. To approach it up there, you have to take a nice deep breath. And your chords are just like waving, and it's precarious because you could easily go, you could crack, if you're not supporting your body and you're not supporting with an open throat and with a raised soft palate. The soft palate is right here. We raise it. We sound like this when our soft palate is raised. Now, of course, I'm pressing up on my tongue. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Singer talk. So it's very interesting, that approach. Just to keep it nice and clean. It's hard to do. Let's see, that's much easier because you're just kind of gliding. Instead of starting there, you go, you just pop over and you go over top. So long as you're thinking up and out and then down and through, it's a lot easier to, because then it's just a step, you know what I mean? Sometimes steps in singing can feel enormous, especially if you're as a tenor. If I'm singing, let's say I'm singing Que Geli la Manina, and the final note, there's a C natural, and you go, La Spera danza, that step up to la spa. It's only a third, but it can feel quite difficult if you're not careful. And you essentially place it on the shelf, and then you're just kind of like, place it on the shelf, and you take it off. Instead of being like, I'm reaching for the high C, la speranza. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting there. And also of note is the cello acting as a partner to the singer. And of course, we've got the piano accompaniment underneath before we move into this orchestral section. The cello, it's really, really fun when you get to sing with another instrument that's doing its own thing in tandem with you, the singer. It's a really exciting and interesting experience because it supports you, you support each other, and yet you're doing your own thing as well. So it's cool. These big block chords are like Rachmaninoff. There's a really interesting thing in Rachmaninoff music where it's very like, they called them octopus hands because the way that he wrote music, you had to use like all your bong, bing, bing, bing. You have to use all of your hands and stretch them out basically in order to get to every single note. And he has these big block patterns. I mean, I'm no pianist, but he has these big block patterns, and you need to somehow be able to play each of these things in different positions on the piano. Very cool. Do you hear that? There's an accelerando with then we enter a normal tempo, and then we rallentando. So we're rallentando means to slow down, accelerando means to speed up. And there's this we ease, we accelerando, we speed up, and then we enter into the normal rhythm, the normal tempo, and then we make up time. So there's a give and take where you can rallentando, you can ritardo, which means to slightly retard and delay. When you do that, you also have to make up for it. So this is obviously inverted. So we speed up, and then we enter into normal rhythm, normal tempo, and then we slow back down. And there's always this push and pull, this rubato that we really love here. It's beautiful to listen to, and it causes us to feel things. Also, you hear that bass. Da, 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 da. It's supporting the singer by playing those notes in a lower range, in a lower octave, playing them and supporting the singer. I wonder how that would sound with a man singing it. Some of these things are not necessarily suited for the male voice. That's actually in a beautiful range, but I do think that they're more effective when sung by a soprano in that case. It's very effective and it's very powerful to listen to. I don't know if powerful is the right word. It's very deep and Aria of the soul, of course. So there's a lot of mixed emotions in there, melancholy and love and life reflections. There's a whole bunch of interesting things there that are very cool. So this is really, really fun to listen to, and I'm glad that I added this to my collection of things that I know about now. I think I knew about it, but I did remember it at one point in the middle of it when the soprano came in, but it wasn't a piece that I was necessarily familiar with, so I was grateful to listen to it. As always, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.